Let us discuss about the part B of our common subject, that is accounting. In accounting, it is the most important concept, that is nothing but rules of accounts. Before going to learn about the concept or rules of accounts, we have to know these rules of accounts. Rules of accounts are mandatory to every commerce student in the first year or second year, in degree stage or in any PG stage or in any professional courses, because of each and every financial subject is always depends on rules of accounts. Without knowing rules of accounts or how to usage of rules, we are going to learn. So how to use is nothing but it is the basic concept and it is starting step to start the accounting process in our commerce subject. So the rules of accounts are mandatory to everyone to know the transaction is having which type of rule. For that purpose only we are going to learn rules of accounts. Not only to know the transaction which rule is suitable to the particular transaction, it will help to the managers as well as board of directors and other members to know the transaction is entered in journal entry based on which type of rule. That is the usage of rules of accounts. And now I am classifying the rules of accounts. Rules of accounts are also called as classification of accounts. Accounts, what is representation as A/Cs. This is nothing but accounts. Are also called as process of accounts. And the rules of accounts, according to our commerce terminology, we call it as a golden rules of accounts. Golden rules of accounting is nothing but before going to start accounting process in our business organization, each and every financial record is always depends on rules of accounts only. And rules of accounts are classified into three types. The first one is personal account. Individual type of account we are going to learn. Again, the personal account is divided into two parts. First one is debit and second one is credit. In personal account, we have two sections. The first one is debit and second one is credit system. In personal account, in debit side, we have to write receiver. In credit side, we have to write giver. Then how we can identify the receiver and giver is nothing but personal account is relating to name of the persons. Once again, I am giving a clarity indication about the personal account. How we have to use debit and credit system is nothing but whenever we are going to see the transaction, if the transaction is having a person name, then we have to use the personal account rule. So after identifying name of the person in financial transaction, the transaction is must be follow the rules of personal account, that is nothing but debit and credit system. In personal account, we have to write debit side name of the receiver. In personal account credit side, we have to write giver. So giver and receiver is nothing but just I am giving a small indication about the receiver. Cash received from Srinivas. Just I am giving an indication. Cash received from Srinivas. From Srinivas is nothing but he is the giver. We are receiving cash. So cash is a asset, but we have identified the name, that is nothing but Srinivas. From Srinivas is nothing but is the name as a giver. So it will go to in personal account credit side. In debit side, cash goes. The transaction will be converted into journal entry as cash account data to Srinivas. That is the concept of personal account. Once again I am repeating how we can identify the transaction in personal account as well as how we can use the personal account debit and credit rule. Based on the transaction, we have to use the personal account. Not only to know the transaction must be have a person name. Not only person name, it is also considered as the artificial person. Ravi, Srinu, Suresh. Those are the physical person, and artificial person is nothing but company company, bank, those are called as the artificial persons. That also a part of personal account. So cash is nothing but it is a part of asset, but we can identify it is a debit system. In credit system, definitely we have to know the Srinivas. Srinivas is a person. So person is comes under into personal account. In personal account from Srinivas. So Srinivas is the giver. According to personal account, giver is always credit side. Srinivas is a personal account. It goes to credit side because of from Srinivas is nothing but he is the giving person. So that's the reason we are credit the Srinivas and receiving the cash is goes to debit side. This is the usage of personal account in first of rules of account. And the second rule of accounting is real account. So real account is relating to sales. Just we have to take it relating to sales and receiving of properties. Once again I am repeating rules of account. Second part is real account. Whenever we are going to know the real account in our financial transaction, real account is always relating to sales as well as receiving any properties. So definitely the transaction must be maintained the first word of sales, or else in second stage we have to know the property. And again giving the example to this, before that we have to know the real rule of account is having always two systems, debit and credit system. In debit side, we have to write what comes in credit side, what goes out. Both are most important. Then we have to identify the transaction. The rule of account is useful to anywhere. Sold goods to Ravi, purchase missionary. I am giving two examples to identify the rule of account. So real account, that is nothing but first example is sold goods to Ravi. Sold goods to Ravi. First of all, we have to identify the personal account in our third example. Sold goods to Ravi. Ravi is a person. So person is nothing but it goes to personal account. Yes, ma'am. Once again, I am repeating second rule of accounting. Second rule of account, that is nothing but real account. Real account is relating to sales and receivings of properties. In say real account, as well as we have two conditions, debit and credit conditions. In debit side, we have to write what comes in. In credit side, we have to write what goes out. And example to the real account, we can identify the transaction in our financial records. First example is sold goods to Ravi. Not only to identify the real account in any transaction, before that we have to know the first rule of account is there or not. So first condition is sold goods to Ravi. So Ravi is a person. So person is nothing but it goes to the rule of personal account. To Ravi is nothing but he is the receiver. So in personal account, receiver is always debit side. So the Ravi goes to debit side of personal account because of Ravi is receiving sales. And come to the second rule, real account. In the second example, sold is nothing but it is also called sales. We are selling goods to Ravi. The sales are goes out. So goes out always credit side. So according to real account, in credit side we have to write what goes out. We are selling some of the goods to Ravi, so the sales are goes to Ravi, then sales as represented in credit side of real account. These are the example to real account. Again one more example to the real account, that is purchase missionary. We can identify the first rule, that is personal account is there in the transaction or not. Come to the personal account. Personal account is relating to name of the person. Here we have purchase missionary. So personal accounting is not there. So we can cancel the personal account and come to the second rule, that is real account. Again I am repeating the second concept, real account. Real account is relating to sales as well as receiving any property. We can identify missionary is a Machinery is a property. So the machinery is called as property. Properties are there in real economy. So we are purchasing machinery. So whenever we are purchasing any property, property is come to us and cash is goes to other person. So the machinery, we are purchasing machinery, machinery comes in. So according to real account, what comes in always? Debit side. So machinery goes to debit side and purchase is always in cash method. So the purchase payment in cash. So the cash is goes out. It will credit off real account. Once again I am repeating the second example. Purchase machinery. Purchase machinery. Before that we have to identify the rule of personal account. Rule of personal accounting is relating to name of the person or artificial person. Here we don't have any artificial person as well as physical person because of purchase as well as machinery. There is no personal account rule, so we can cancel the personal rule and come to the second rule of account, that is real account. Real accounting is relating to sales as well as receiving properties. So the transaction is not having sale, so we can cancel the sales here. And second condition is receiving property. So the condition is to be satisfied. Purchase machinery. We are purchasing machinery. Machinery is a part of asset. It is not a part of asset. It is asset only. So the machinery is asset. We are calling it as a property. Properties are there in real account. According to real account, when we are purchasing property, it comes to debit side. Because of according to real account, in debit side we have to write what comes in. So the machinery goes to, as per real account, debit side. And come to the second one, the credit side of the transaction in purchase machinery. The purchase is always payment in cash. So we are purchasing the machinery, we have to pay the cash. When we are going to pay the cash, cash is always goes out. So according to real account, what goes out is there in credit side of real account. So that's the reason I'm purchasing. I'm goes to credit the purchase transaction in terms of cash. And come to the third rule. And the most important rule, nominal account.